Yes, Gary Criswell. We are here at Highland Springs where the scoreboard got lit up tonight. The Springers beat the Atlee Raiders. I think it was 65-37.
That's correct. 102 points.
102 points. Jawan Carter, circa 430 yards passing and 6 touchdowns. An amazing performance by the Springer offense.
And that's just for a sophomore.
Right.
I just want to point that out. And, we talked about it before that Atlee's defensive efforts match their offensive efforts. They try to rush you, they try to press you, and this is the wrong team to press. They have sprinter speed at almost every position, and they had a quarterback tonight that embraced the spotlight. A couple of great adjustments by Coach Johnson and his staff, especially with the sprint out passes, the short passing game, and they found the matchups they needed to get Felton Davis and Marcus Taylor loose.
They got Davis involved. He caught a touchdown. Marcus Taylor had a touchdown catch and a touchdown run. Greg Dortch got involved, made some big plays. Kayvon Wallace off the bench, 3 huge catches. And Casey Hinton got involved in the offense and had an interception return for a touchdown.
And a great defensive night.
Right, a great defensive night. Their star skill players got involved in a big way.
Funny how that happens.
Yeah.
And that's what we thought had to happen. There's a lot of college prospects on both teams. A lot of guys, if you count Division III, that are going to play at the next level. And I just think that's going to be that's the next part of the funnel. That's the next part of the filter they have, is how do you perform when the lights are really, really bright. It was 4,000 fans here. There's going to be 64,000 fans in seats. We saw the impact of a natural freshman last night in the Florida State game. It's these big stages where these kids learn how to step up.
One more thing about the Springers, their defensive front 7 had a huge game tonight. Tyson Talar, Aaron Anderson, we could go on and on. Those guys were in the backfield all night making plays everywhere.
Got interceptions. They created fumbles. They ran plays down from behind. Atlee was not successful in establishing themselves in between the tackles as well as they wanted to, especially early on. And that says something because Dandridge was up to the task today. He ran very, very hard. He looked good in the open field, and he has some pop when he's hit. He makes yards after contact. So there were some bright spots for the Atlee Raiders, but right now they need to get lucky with a good seed. Maybe get a home game out of the situation in 5A, but tonight was a setback. There's no question.
And it's a shame to see Ricky DeBerry tonight on the sideline with ice on his shoulder.
Doesn't help. You got one of the biggest players, in the game. One of the top recruits from our area go down early. It's it's just not it's not going to be a good night. I'd like to see how you would have reacted in this situation.
Okay, so the Springers are now 9-0. Will hold the number 1 seed in 5A South. Atlee likely to stay at 5 for now. Manchester 1, so that sets up next week between Manchester 9-0, 8-1 Bird. That'll be our game of the week. Going to be huge.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to as opposed to this week where the offenses were similar. 2 different philosophies: a power game of Lloyd C. Bird with a little passing mixed in, and the whole full court press, zone read, bubble screen, throw the ball down the field, quarterback jailbreak screens. It's Atlee South Side, and they're going to have to take care of the football better or they're going to get the same type of treatment that Highland Springs gave Atlee tonight. But I like the contrasting styles, and it's going to be interesting to see how Bird reacts to it, because their loss was to a team with a third style of offensive play. The old split back veer that Lake Taylor threw at them when they came in and beat them.
And the interesting thing about it is the way it shakes out, most likely the loser of that game will fall to the 4 seed and have to play Atlee in the first round of the playoffs.
Well, and that's what's going to happen. And Atlee has a chance to still advance, but like I said, their first round playoff game is very, very important. They got over that hump last year. I know they want more. This has got to put a little crimp in their style right now.
Okay, we're coming down the stretch. Playoff matchups are starting to take form. Let's talk about a couple other teams very quickly.
Yep.
Thomas Dale, 7 wins in a row now after the 0-2 start. Big win at Dinwiddie tonight.
My favorite stat of the night, with all these stats we had tonight. Thomas Dale had a drive that consumed all but 10 seconds of the third quarter, went 90 yards in 15 plays.
That's demoralizing for a defense, too.
And you kind of wonder, are you ever, tempted to call timeout during something like that? But yeah, and it sets the pace, it sets the tone, and it creates a statement. And in what was a bruising game and probably the most competitive game in the evening, they pulled out a one-touchdown victory.
Also need to mention the Hanover Hawks. What a job Derek Stout has done. He got Clayton Cheatham back a couple of games ago. Boy, you talk about a team that has found its groove through the late stages of October and are ready for November football.
And they won a game and they challenged Atlee without Cheatham, and I think that was a good confidence builder for the team and built in some more and left some more role players behind when he got back there. And now he's in a position to go 7-3 and get a first-round playoff berth. That's great for him, and I'm gonna make sure that we cover this. Congratulations, Jimmy Woodson and Powhatan, for a very 28-point victory, I believe, tonight
over a very good Western Albemarle team
who took an early lead.
Powhatan is 8-1. Jimmy Woodson is in the Hall of Fame for a reason. They got it going on out there, and they got a guy, Logan Allen, who is pretty darn good.
And every time you throw to him, he runs the ball and probably throws a halfback pass.
Yeah, he does a little bit of everything. Hey, man, it's going to be great. We got Bird and Manchester next week. We're coming down the stretch, and we got high school football covered right here at 910.